To develop transgenic plants, we require the construction of a vector accompanied by the essential monitoring sequences like promoter and terminator, which suits with the transformation of genes and its expression in plants. The vector delivers the genes into the host plant. Two kinds of gene transfer approaches in plants are vectorless or direct gene transfer method and vector mediated or indirect gene transfer method. In this indirect method, a desired gene from any organism is transferred into a plant with the help of a vector. The bacterium which is generally used as a vector for gene transfer in plants is Agrobacterium tumefaciens. This bacterium is also called as natural genetic engineer of plants. It is called so because its plasmid has a natural property of integrating with the DNA of plant genome. It is this property of it which is exploited to transfer a desired gene into the plants. When the bacterium infects the plant, its plasmid induces crown galls. This plasmid is called TI plasmid. With this short introduction, let us move on to study in detail about the vector mediated gene transfer method. It is nowadays possible to introduce and express DNA stably in nearly 150 various plant species. In 1897, Fridiano Cavera discovered a flagellate bacilloid bacterium as a causative agent of crown gall of grape. This organism is Agrobacterium vitis, initiating the growth of neoplastic tumors on the stem and crown of grape vines and bringing necrotic lesions on grape roots. Agrobacteria generally infects plants from their wounds. Agrobacterium rhizogenus causes hairy root disease. Agrobacterium rubi causes can gall disease. Agrobacterium tumefaciens causes ground gall disease. Agrobacterium vitis causes ground gall of grape. Agrobacterium has the widest host range. In angiosperms, there are numerous species comprising monocots and dicots infected by Agrobacterium. In gymnosperms, mostly the genus Pinus is being infected. Microorganisms like fungi and yeast and human cells, say HeLa cells, are being affected by Agrobacterium. Agrobacterium tumefaciens and Agrobacterium rhizogenus are the two natural gene transfer organisms suitable for plant transformation. Virulence is conferred by a large tumor inducing plasmid called TI plasmid, holding genes encoding plant hormones like auxins and cytokinins. It also holds enzymes that catalyze the production of amino acid derivatives termed opines. The plant hormones are accountable for the decontrolled cell production that goes together with the crown gall growth. This is despite the fact that opines secreted by the plant cells and used by the bacteria as food. These genes are enclosed on a particular region of the TI plasmid, that is the tDNA region or transfer DNA region. It is called so because it is transferred to the plant nuclear genome under the control of virulence genes called Vir genes, carried to another place on the TI plasmid. Now, let us see how we can engineer TA plasmid to make it useful as a plant vector. When a tumor is formed, that is the tDNA oncogenes caused unregulated and disorganized callus growth in plants, which is called oncogenes and tumor, remove auxin and cytokinin genes, retain the Vir genes, the right border and left border. No genes within the tDNA in between the border were essential for transformation, and hence any sequence could be integrated in that, and now in this plasmid is called disarmed TA plasmids. The tDNA or the transfer DNA is transported to the plant nuclear genome under the control of Vir genes or virulence genes on the TA plasmid. This disarmed TA plasmid is quite too huge, approximately 120 kilobases. Their large size marks them challenging to manipulate in vitro. Large plasmids have an affinity to fragment, and also there are no exclusive restriction sites in the tDNA for subcloning. Agrobacterium mediated gene transfer in a plant includes two steps. The first step is co-cultivation with the protoplast. Newly isolated protoplasts are co-cultivated with a transformed Agrobacterium tumefaciens for a few days. The protoplasts are then washed and cultured in medium containing antibiotic. The regenerated protoplasts are transported onto culture medium that allows the development of transformed callus and plants. The second step is the leaf disc infection method. In this method, leaf discs of tomato, tobacco, petunia are surface sterilized and injected with a genetically modified Agrobacterium tumefaciens cells. The leaves are then cultured for 2 days. Infection takes place during this time. The leaf discs having infection are transferred to a selection cum regeneration medium holding kanamycin. Kanamycin selectively removes the non-transformed cell or tissues. Within 2 to 4 weeks, these cultures redevelop into transformed plantlets. Now, the genetically altered plantlets are transferred into soil once hardening of regenerated plant takes place, so that they can be acclimatized with the new environment. Existence and function of foreign gene in transgenic plant are discovered by molecular techniques as given in transgene analysis. The tDNA has two types of genes: the oncogenic genes encoding for enzymes engaged in the production of auxins and cytokinins and accountable for tumor formation. This genes encodes for the synthesis of opines, a product led from condensation between amino acids and sugars, which are formed and excreted by the crown gall cells. It is then used by Agrobacterium tumefaciens as carbon and nitrogen sources. The genes for the opine catabolism, which are engaged in the process of tDNA transfer from the bacterium to the plant cell, and for the bacterium plasmid conjugative transfer, genes are located outside the tDNA. Virulent strains of Agrobacterium tumefaciens and Agrobacterium rhizogenus have a large megaplasmid. The size is more than 200 kb, which stages an important role in tumor induction, and for this reason it is termed TA plasmid or RI in the case of Agrobacterium rhizogenus. The tDNA fragment is accompanied by 25 base pair direct repeats, which act as a cis element signal for the transfer device. The transfer is facilitated by the supportive action of proteins encoded by genes decided in the TA plasmid virulence region or Vir genes region and in the bacterial chromosome. The 30 kb Vir region is a regulon arranged in 6 operons that are necessary for the tDNA transfer, namely Vir A, Vir B, Vir D and Vir G regions, or for the growth of transfer effectiveness Vir-C and Vir-E. Various chromosomal determined genetic components have presented their practical role in the addition of Agrobacterium tumefaciens to the plant cell and bacterial colonization. The loci CHVA and CHVB regarded in the production and elimination of the beta-1,2 glucan. The CHVE necessary for the sugar enhancement of Vir-genes induction and bacterial chemotaxis. The cell locus accountable for the synthesis of cellulose fibrils. The PSCA or EXOC or XOC locus playing its role in the production of both cyclic glucan and acid succinoglycan, and the ATT locus which is involved in the cell surface proteins. The early results of the studies on tDNA transfer procedure to plant cells validate three chief facts for the applied use of this process in plants transformation. Firstly, the tumor development is a transformation procedure of plant cells caused by transfer and integration of tDNA and the resultant expression of tDNA genes. Secondly, the tDNA genes are transliterated only in plant cells and do not play any part during the transfer process. Thirdly, any foreign DNA positioned between the tDNA borders can be transported to plant cell regardless from where it comes. These fixed facts allowed the building of the first vector and bacterial strain structures for plant transformation. Selection of transformed cells from the mixed populations of both transformed and untransformed cells is an important event in plant transformation experiments. A marker gene is also hosted together with the foreign DNA into the host cells. A selection medium is prepared into which antibiotics or herbicide for which marker gene has been hosted is mixed. The transformed cells or tissues are cultured on selection medium. Only those cells will grow on such medium which has marker gene. These kinds of cells are said to be transformed. The untransformed cells will not grow since they lack marker gene. Once the selection is complete, subsequent maintenance of marker in transgenic plant is not needed. The marker genes must be eliminated as the herbicide resistant gene may be transformed to bacterium or herbicide resistant gene may be transformed to weeds. The elimination of marker enables the transgene to function and express properly. Integration and expression of transgenes are further considered next to molecular techniques like PCR, southern blot, northern blot, western blot and so on and so forth. The practice of gene transfer from Agrobacterium tumefaciens to plant cells involves a number of crucial steps like bacterial colonization, induction of bacterial virulence system, generation of tDNA transfer complex, tDNA transfer, integration of tDNA into plant genome. Now, let us see why Agrobacterium is being used for manufacturing transgenic plants. tDNA element is defined by its borders, but not the sequences inside. So, scientists can substitute tDNA coding region with any DNA sequence devoid of any effect on its transfer from Agrobacterium to the plant. Steps of Agrobacterium plant cell collaboration involves cell-cell recognition, signal transduction and transcriptional activation of Vir-genes, conjugal DNA metabolism, intercellular transport, nuclear import and tDNA integration. Agrobacterium host cell identification is a two-step process. Loosely bound step is acetylated polysaccharides are produced. In strong binding step, bound bacteria produce cellulose filaments to calm down the early binding, causing a tight relationship between Agrobacterium and the host cell. Genes are introduced into plants by using Agrobacterium because typical TA plasmid is 200 to 800 kb in size, and it is very challenging to host genes into TI plasmid by simple molecular cloning technique. Even though the transformation for monoCARs is quite inadequate, it has developed to be the technique of choice for many years for the reason that it is easier to handle and reasonably economical to perform. Typical benefits in agrobacterium mediated transformation includes it is simple and low cost. So, it is poor man's vector. DNA was transported with defined ends. Transgene is connected with the transformation marker. Higher frequency of stable transformation with a higher ratio of single copy insertion. Lower occurrence of transgene silencing. Capable of transferring long stretches of tDNA more than 150 kb. Now, let us see the methods by which transformation takes place in female reproductive tissues. The first method is vacuum infiltration. Vacuum infiltration was executed by placing flowering plants upside down in a glass with a solution holding Agrobacterium tumefaciens and 5% sucrose. Plants were placed in a manner that only inflorescences were underwater. This glass and plants were placed in a vacuum chamber, and the vacuum, that is 0.05 bar, was held for several minutes. The second one is floral dip. Plants were placed in a similar way as vacuum infiltration for floral dip method, but no vacuum is used. Plants were kept in the solution for a number of minutes before removal. The other one is floral spray. Floral spray was executed by spraying Arabidopsis flowers with Agrobacterium solutions. It is not as much harmful to the plants and can be used many times. All of the above approaches transform female reproductive tissue. Reports displayed that only the application of Agrobacterium to pollen acceptor will create transformants. Reports also present that GUS expression can only be witnessed in the ovaries after flowers were infected with Agrobacterium carried ACT2 GUS-A intron. Agrobacterium infect the ovaries of flowers. Agrobacterium pass on a disease to flowers that were developmentally young at the time, that is 6 to 11 days away from anthesis, equivalent to 5 to 10 days after inoculation. GUS discoloration can only be witnessed in ovaries 5 days after injection and is disappeared 12 days after injection. The ovaries are affected because the gynoecium of Arabidopsis was formed by two carpels and they continued to be detached until 3 days before anthesis or the flowering. Let us see the advantages and disadvantages of indirect gene transfer. Horizontal gene transfer, that is simply called as HGT, is helpful to a cell if the picked up gene confers a useful function, but is harmful if the gene has no function. It is harmful if it is unable to get associate with existing genes or if it is a selfishly duplicating mobile component. If the stability of these effects is useful on average, we would expect cells to develop high rates of reception of horizontally transferred genes. However, if it is disadvantageous, cells should reduce the rate of HGT as much as possible. It has been suggested that the rate of HGT was very high in the initial stages of prokaryotic evolution, and therefore, there were no separate lineages of organisms. Only when the HGT rate began to decrease would lineages begin to arise with their own distinct sets of genes. Evolution would then turn out to be more tree-like. This phenomenon has been called the Darwinian threshold. Let us see the difference between indirect and direct gene transfer method. In indirect gene transfer method, the bacterial mediators were employed. Examples can be Agrobacterium tumefaciens or Agrobacterium rhizogenus. In direct method, transfer method, no mediator or vector was used. Examples are protoplast transformation, chemical or electroporation, microprojectile bombardment or gene gun. Let us conclude that in this session we discussed in detail about gene transfer vectors, indirect gene transfer, its methods, agrobacterium mediated transformation, and listed the advantages and differences between direct and indirect gene transfer. The construction of a vector which carries the genes of interest accompanied by the essential controlling sequences are required to achieve genetic transformation in plants. Plant transformation systems is general or centered on the introduction of DNA into potent plant cells, tailed by the regeneration of such cells into whole productive plants. Two indispensable necessities for plant transformation are hence an effective way for introducing DNA into plant cells. It also provides the availability of cells or tissues that can simply and reproducibly regenerate whole plants. The TA plasmid of Agrobacterium tumefaciens has been far and wide used among the various vectors used in plant transformation. This bacterium is known as natural genetic engineer of plants. These bacteria have natural ability to carry tDNA of their plasmids into plant genome upon septicity of cells at the wound site and create an unorganized growth of a cell mass called as ground gall. TA plasmids are utilized as gene vectors for transporting useful foreign genes into target plant cells and tissues. The foreign gene is duplicated in the tDNA region of TA plasmid in place of unwanted sequences.